Hello and welcome. In this lecture, we are going to write the code to implement when the game is finished. Before we implement the finish code, there's this label here. Let's just quickly, let me run the code so you can see what the design look like. So this is how my maze look like so far. So feel free to design yours whatever way you want. You just need to be, so the way the game works is that you start here and you should be able to go through the maze without the mouse touching the wall. Just go like that, very carefully, like that, and that'll be the one. So you would have succeeded one level. And then there's another entry point. You come here. I've made mine a bit narrower. That way it makes the game a bit more difficult. So you can see here, my mouse is already touching. So I may need to, narrow that a bit so the mouse can pass. And then you go through here like that and so on. That'll be one phase. So you keep doing it until you come here. When you get here, you should get a message saying congratulations that you have finished the game, which means you got to the end of the maze. So that's the objective. So I may need to narrow down some of my rectangles so that to give the mouse a bit more room to maneuver. But generally, that's the idea behind the design. So what we are going to do is generate the event handler for this finish label. So click on the finish label and in the properties, make sure you've got label selected. Click on, it's still showing as finished. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the name to finish label. So it makes it more identifiable. At the moment, you're just saying label 40. So I just come here, type in finish label. So that distinguishes it from the other labels in the maze. All right, so we go down to here, which is event, and look for an event that says mouse enter. So we want a mouse enter event. That's this one here. So click inside there and double click to generate the event handler. So we now have an event handler method. The method is empty at the moment because we have not written any code. So where you've got the mouse cursor flashing, that is where we'll write the code. So basically the code I want to write here is that once you reach the end of the game, once you reach where the finish label is, a message should pop up saying congratulations, and then it will close the form. So we implement that with a message box. So we type in message. See, the IntelliSense is giving me clues because it thinks, there you go, it's a message box. So I'll double click on that because that's what I want. Dot, I need to attach a method. There's a show method. These little diamonds here are method. So I've attached a method. If you look at the tooltip, it tells you what the method does. And I need to, every method must have parentheses. So inside the parentheses, I'm going to pass in the text I want displayed. So I just say congratulations. Okay. And that should be it. And a semicolon. If you don't put a semicolon at the end there, it will not work. And then I need to implement a close method. So the form will close once you reach the end. And just put a semicolon. So that's basically the code that will run when you reach the finish button or the finish label. So I just click to save that. So this event handler method will run every time the mouse pointer enters the label. And when it does, it will display a message of congratulations. So let's test that out. Let me click on start and just go right down. There you go. So that's what should happen when you enter the label area. So this show method here is what displays this congratulations message. So that's it for this lecture. In this lecture, we implemented the code for the finish label. In the next lecture, we are going to add a method that we can use to restart the game. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.